Welcome to The Explainer, where we dig into complex topics by going straight to the original source material. Okay, let's just dive right into that. What if we're going to explore that very idea by looking at a really mysterious early Christian group that believed exactly that? We're about to take a journey into a version of Christianity that history, well, it almost completely erased. So, this group was known as the Ebionites. They were a Jewish Christian sect, and their beliefs were, let's just say, radically different from what became mainstream Christianity. They really represent a fascinating what if in religious history. Now, here's the crucial thing you have to understand right from the start. How do we even know they existed? Well, to uncover their story, we can't just go to their library because it doesn't exist. We have to go somewhere much more hostile. We have to go to the library of their enemies. Our whole investigation into the Ebionites starts with a major historical problem. It's a problem that colors everything, and I mean everything, we think we know about them. Yeah, pretty much all of their own writings have been lost to time. We don't have their Gospels, we don't have their letters, their histories, at least not in their original form. They're just gone. Almost everything we know is filtered through the writings of people who thought they were dangerous heretics. It's kind of like trying to understand a political candidate by only reading their opponent's attack ads. You're just not going to get the full picture. And these are the guys I'm talking about. These men, known as the Church Fathers, were basically the architects of what would become Christian orthodoxy. They wrote about the Ebionites' beliefs, for sure, but they did it for one specific reason: to tear them down and prove them wrong. Wow, just listen to that language from Epiphanius. He's not just disagreeing with them, right? He's calling them a dreadful serpent. That raw contempt is exactly why it's so incredibly difficult for historians to find the objective truth here. Okay, so even with these super biased sources, if we kind of cross-reference them and read between the lines, we can actually piece together a surprisingly consistent picture of what the Ebionites really believed. Their name itself is a huge clue. It probably wasn't an insult somebody else gave them. No, it was likely a name they chose for themselves. It might point to a deep commitment to communal poverty, a value they believed was at the very heart of Jesus' message. And here's where you can really see the two paths diverging. For the Ebionites, Jesus was the ultimate human prophet, the Messiah, because he followed the Jewish law perfectly. But for the proto-Orthodox, the groups that would end up defining Christianity, Jesus was God himself. And the Apostle Paul? Oh man, to the Ebionites, he was a total heretic who abandoned the sacred law of Moses. So basically, they lived as observant Jews who also accepted Jesus as the Messiah. This meant they used only their own version of the Gospel of Matthew and rejected all the others,